The following program was paid for by Southern American Media. Fox 30 welcomes you to Meridian's favorite TV personalities and three-time CMA nominees for Broadcast Personality of the Year. Welcome to Mornings with Scotty Ray and Debbie.
And good morning from Scotty Ray and Debbie. It is, what is it, Friday?
Whoops. I got to fix my hair.
Well, I just want to go ahead and admit it was a little bit nippy in here to me, so I brought along
a blanket.
My blanket.
Look,
I feel like Linus.
You're probably scaring our guests this morning a little bit with your blankie, and I know, is that a little terrifying, Sharon?
No.
Both of us. So I obviously have been in and out all week. Yesterday I had solid no voice, basically
Right.
no voice, but that wasn't why I wasn't here. But and then today you've got a little cough again.
Yeah.
When will this end?
It won't go away.
I don't know.
So
I don't know, but
I got my Linus
I need a
blanket to keep
hairdresser.
warm on my leg. I can't stand to have my legs cold, so I just brought an extra blanket to be prepared.
Yeah. We do have a special guest this morning.
We do.
We have
let's get
Sharon
a
Busler,
close up of her. Good
who
morning,
is also my
Sharon.
neighbor.
Yes, we're
I love
neighbors.
Sharon. We've been neighbors for
However long
32
you've been.
years.
32 years.
33 years. I moved in 90.
I watched your girls grow up.
She sure did. They were babies,
I
like
know,
9 months
I know.
old and 2 years old.
So cute.
Great.
So, what brings you by this morning?
Our church is having a Kentucky ham meal, and they've had it. This is the 60th year, and we're encouraging everyone to come and celebrate with us. It started out as a fundraiser by the women 60 years ago to raise
Right.
money for a hospital in India.
Oh.
And so Dr. Apperson and his wife drove to Kentucky in their car and brought back 50 pounds of ham to cook. That was 60 years ago. And now we buy 800 to 1,000 pounds of ham to have at Kentucky Ham Meal. It's become a tradition.
Yes.
The fellowship is wonderful. The food is great. But we have women that are constantly making biscuits all day long, and we have scrambled eggs, Kentucky ham, coffee, grits, all the stuff that goes along with a good breakfast.
Now, this starts next week, Tuesday?
Next Tuesday, yes.
Tuesday from 5:30. From 6:30 a.m. to 1:30, and then you start back up for dinner.
That night, and then we
5
have
to
it the next
7.
day.
And then Wednesday, it's just morning to
Just morning,
lunch,
right.
6:30 to.
But we do have a
1:30.
drive-through, and you can drive through and pick up your meal. The tickets are $10.
Oh, that's a bargain.
And you do delivery, don't you have?
If you order 10 or more, we will deliver. And so you just need to call the church office, or if you know any member of our church, and get them to get you some tickets and come. But I've just been so impressed. We haven't always been a member of the church, but we've been there for about 30 years. And I've just always been impressed by the work that the church does to put it on.
Right.
Our church is not a big church, but
It's not. I've been in that church, and it's not a. It's not a
big
huge
church.
A beautiful
but,
church, though.
And so it takes all of us, everybody, working
put it together.
to put it together, and it brings the church together. We're a close-knit group anyway, but it brings the church in
I
a
bet
more
it's so
unifying
much
effort to
fun.
get that done. And it's fun, but it's work, and you're tired. And someone said, why don't y'all do this like 2 or 3 times a year?
I'd say no thank you.
You're like, I don't know if we can handle this. So, how many plates does that equal out to if you're buying about 1,000 pounds of ham?
Okay, we served about a little over 3,000 people last year.
Whoa.
Wow.
And what I would like everyone to know, and y'all too, is that the money we raise, the majority of it goes to local charities, Hope Village.
That's great.
Boys and Girls Club, the Benevolent Fund at the cancer, where the cancer group is, and it goes out into our community. So when somebody buys a ticket or comes to the meal, they're helping us support these
Right.
charities. And then we keep a small fund to start off next year, and then we give some money to some missions that our church does. But it's all for a good effort. And there's some people that come every meal.
So, yeah. And so, this is a great thing if you wanted to surprise a group
Yes.
with a meal, or if you know of I mean, even a nursing home, you could have some meals sent to the
That's a
nursing
good
home.
idea.
I was
That's a
talking to
good
some
idea, isn't it?
single people that go, ooh.
Okay.
Yeah.
But what I forgot to mention, which is the most important, is everything that we have. It's homemade biscuits, Kentucky ham, and if you don't know what Kentucky ham is, it's the ham that's salty, a little bit salty. And then we have homemade grits, and we have jams and jellies that have been made by the women of the church and other friends, and coffee. And
Have y'all got grits? Because I heard somebody, saw
said-
somebody mention it.
Oh, yeah, she
we
said
have the
grits.
best grit makers ever.
So in
Because-
eggs?
And we
you
have
get
scrambled eggs. Everything is freshly
Y'all got
made.
security for them?
Security for the eggs?
I know they cost so much.
I can't even imagine what.
So our profit may not be quite as great, but a lot of companies, Libby Bounds and I have been, and Kathy Feinstein have been selling tickets this week
Kathy.
to businesses and banks and things, and we try to pre-sell as many tickets as we can, so we'll have some idea of how to start the day off on Tuesday.
Right.
And this is First Christian Church.
Right.
So, and you do have a drive-through.
We do have a drive-through.
Very convenient.
It's on 23rd Avenue, and so you go up 22nd, you hit 14th, and you come back down on 23rd, and we're the church that has the red doors.
Yes.
Sort of a cobblestone-looking church.
You
yeah.
would be next
And like
to
I said,
the,
it's a beautiful church. It really is.
Yes, yes.
So, and for them to order, like if somebody wanted to order 100 plates for somebody, they can just call the number and get it
They can
ready.
call the
and
church number, 693-1425.
Yeah.
good memory.
That's
And
very good.
you can call the church and place the order, and the secretary will take it. Or if you know me or any of the other church members, you can just call us and let us know, too.
So 1301 23rd Avenue. This is going to be Tuesday, 6:30 in the morning to 1:30.
Right.
You guys take a break, recoup, fry some eggs, get ready, and at 5 to 7, because a lot of folks love breakfast for dinner.
Yes, we have.
My husband's one of them. He loves breakfast for
And see,
dinner.
there's a lot of people that are not able to come during the day, or they work and everything. So a lot of them will bring friends, and they'll come and they'll just enjoy the evening.
Yeah, and then so Wednesday from 6:30 in the morning until 1:30.
Right.
So this is a great way to maybe surprise some folks and buy the whole company some breakfast or some dinner and
It's
help
good
out a great
food,
cause.
and it's good fellowship, and it's a way to get to know the members of our church as well. Our pastor Mark Benson, he's not new anymore. He's been with us for about 5 years, but he has bought into everything that we do at First Christian, and he's a big supporter of it as well.
That's great.
Yes.
Hey, Ricky Roberts said, "Good morning, Miss Sharon."
Hi, Ricky.
We've got a lot of folks saying good morning. Let's see. Jan Bushman.
Oh, hey. See, I haven't done TV in a long time, so this impresses me, Scotty.
Well, thank
Doesn't
you.
he have an impressive
Set
setup? Excuse my voice.
Glad to have you here with us.
We'll have to. It's not big enough to do a cooking demonstration, though, is it?
Well, we got a
I don't know.
kitchen.
He has a kitchen over here. We could do one. I know. So Sharon and I, like we said earlier, we're neighbors, and we've been doing some trying to save our lake because obviously a lot of folks know right off of 45 we had a dam burst and
Right.
our lake kind of went away, and we're trying to collect money to get our dam back. And so we've had, or actually some of the ladies have had some really great yard sales or garage sales in our subdivision. And Sharon, one day I stopped by the yard sale, and she had got, where was that book from, like the 70s or?
I don't know.
It was like 50 million things you can do with vinegar.
1,000 ways to use vinegar.
And Sharon was reading all of them.
Is it
I was
some pretty-
dying laughing, but she says they work.
One of them works.
One of them. So tell the one that you use that worked.
Okay, I have eczema, which is probably too much information
No,
for y'all
it's
to
not.
know. But and it said that if you put some vinegar in your bath water, it would relieve the itch of eczema,
Yeah.
and it does,
And it works.
and it works.
Well, that's
And it
neat.
works.
So
and there's so many cleaning ways, so many things you can do
Right.
as far as cleaning with vinegar that we found out
We
about.
should do a show on what
Let's-
vinegar does.
So the next time you come, Sharon, bring that book because it was really, I mean, a lot of the stuff at the yard sale was from like the 70s or
Right,
80s.
right, the
And it's
color.
just kind of fun to look back and
Oh, yeah.
see. And that's what we had to go by because we didn't have Google and all that stuff. You had a book. Like when my girls were young, I had a doctor book. Did you have one of those,
Yes,
Sharon?
I did.
And you had to refer to the doctor
Doctor
book.
book.
Yep.
And I mean, you were pretty much hold in on one of those symptoms because you didn't have a
Now it's
million
Dr.
other
Google.
symptoms. Yeah, it's
Dr.
Google.
Google.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
Dr. Google. Somebody said vinegar is acid. That's why it works.
Well, I mean,
There you go.
Well, Sharon, thank you so much for coming in this morning and talking with us about this. We'd love to have you come back as it gets closer to tell us more about it.
Okay, well, it's next week, so
Let's do it one more time for everybody.
Okay.
First Christian Church. It's going to be Tuesday, the 7th of February, and Wednesday, the 8th.
8th.
On Tuesday, it's 6:30 a.m. to 1:30, and then 5 to 7 at night, so you can get dinner. And then Wednesday, 6:30 a.m. until 1:30, it's Kentucky ham meal. It has ham, grits, your
Homemade
gravy, your
biscuits.
hot homemade biscuits too.
Oh, and I want to tell you, we made around 13,000 biscuits last year. Now they're small biscuits, but they're wonderful.
But that's what you're supposed to have with ham, Kentucky
Well,
ham,
okay,
little
but-
small biscuits.
And if you don't have a ticket, if you haven't, you can buy a ticket at the door, or you can pay at the door, and
Okay.
you come in on the 23rd.
So if somebody
exercise.
wants to buy some in advance,
They call the church office, 601-693-1425, and just tell them that, or if you know a member of the church, call me or some of the others, and we'll be glad to get you the tickets.
okay, that's First Christian Church at 13th Street and 23rd Avenue.
Right.
Okay.
Thank you so
Thanks,
much.
Sharon.
Thank y'all so much.
Thank you.
If you're an outdoorsman, Garrett's Outfitters is a place to head to in Meridian. They have a complete line of gloves to keep your hands warm in these cold mornings, toboggans to block that wind, and America's favorite Carhartt, from the rugged overalls to slacks and shirts. Work boots and mud boots as well. Browse around the gun accessories and a complete line of just about any gun. Protect your investment, your guns, with one of the many Browning gun safes they have to choose from. For the outdoorsman in your family, it's Garrett's, 3505 8th Street, Meridian. Freeman Tractor on Highway 494 invites you by to take a look at a brand new product they've got. Odes, ATVs, and UTVs. These side-by-sides range from 800 to 1,000 cc's, and they come with heat or air. Whether you're doing work around the farm or hunting, they've got the unit just for you to keep warm or cool, depending upon that Mississippi and Alabama day. Swing by for a test drive today at Freeman Tractor. See coleslaw, buttermilk, and don't forget you can meet their newest employee, Eggplant. That's Freeman Tractor, Highway 494.
Have you been in an auto accident? Call Will Parker. Get the help you deserve. Call Will Parker. Don't settle for less and know your rights. Call Will Parker. Call or go online at parkerfirm.net. Call your Meridian lawyer, Will Parker.
And good morning from Scotty Ray and Debbie as we go back to going through everything that we got. You're working on that hair, huh?
My hair's a situation. I got to call Lucinda. I need to
Lulu.
get some color and got a situation going there.
I got you.
Sorry about that.
We had an accident yesterday afternoon on Poplar Springs Drive.
It was so nasty out.
It was.
There was a ton more accidents.
We got some pictures sent in from that. A car hit a light pole. Did you see any of that?
No, I did not.
All right, let's pull that up where everybody can take a look at this, and let's get to the pictures where you can blow this up a little bit bigger. But that'd be a Yukon that has taken out the light pole there.
Wow, that's pretty bad.
And a wreck can happen so easily with this wet stuff. Y'all be careful.
Yeah, it's kind of nasty out this morning a little bit, too.
It is.
Be careful. And I also started driving. When I got in my car, everything was clear and fine. And as I started driving, my inside of my window started fogging really bad. And I actually had to pull over until they got cleared off. It just happened all of a sudden, so be careful out there this morning.
Keep you a paper towel where you can take care of all that. We also had a wreck on North Hill Street, right about where Little Caesars is yesterday afternoon. We had a little fender bender there going on. No one hurt, but it messed up somebody's dinner plans, without a doubt.
Somebody said, let's see, Georgia Walker said, great to see Sharon on TV again. I know Sharon's been around for a long time. She used to be, I'm probably going to say this wrong. Back 30 or 40 years ago, she was home economist. Or something like
she
that.
used to come to the radio station all the time and give us her report.
Yeah, she sure did. So, and like I said, they've been my neighbors since I moved to Meridian. And Charlie Busler, who also was an artist, and he
Her daughter is.
absolutely. Her daughter's an artist and just got signed with a gallery in Jackson.
Fantastic.
Rachel, I think it's Meisner is how you say her name. Rachel Meisner. But good morning to you, Donna Hawkins and Margie Lancaster. Sorry about this rough voice. It's getting deeper by the minute. Hopefully this weekend will get things cleared up a little bit. This cold has been probably one of the worst colds I've had.
It's been a humdinger.
Not letting go, and I'm doing everything I'm supposed to be doing as far as went and got shots, got on medication, trying to take stuff, trying to rest.
Yeah.
And it just seems like every day it morphs into some new something. Like yesterday, I couldn't even talk. Like my voice was.
Well, you called me and I had to really.
Yeah, it was. And Scotty said, "You better gargle something. You better get in there." So,
Jane Bates, good morning in Philadelphia. Always good to see her.
yeah.
Let's see here. LaWanda's the 4-H club. She remembers her from the 4-H club years ago.
Gail Williams says y'all need to stay home this weekend and get well.
Yeah, I ain't going nowhere.
Definitely, I'm not.
Yeah. Ooh, not a doubt.
Oh yeah, I am. I'm going to Birmingham Sunday. Oops, forgot about that.
Also, yesterday afternoon, anybody traveling Minnebucket Road home yesterday afternoon? It was blocked for a little bit as we found out that somebody bumped a deer.
Oh, somebody bumped a deer. Oh no, that is my worst nightmare, is hitting a deer. And especially this time of year, they're out. You know, they're out and about.
I talked to
Good morning, watching from Alamosa. Oh yeah, from Colorado. We've always got that Colorado person.
Yeah, she's sweet as she can be.
Hey, did anybody see it? Is this true?
What?
Did anybody see about the Chinese balloon that's floating around in the?
I saw an article
Midwest?
about it.
I think it's true. Is that true? There's a Chinese spy balloon.
It's a balloon.
It's floating over Montana right now.
What are you going to find out in Montana? That's my question.
Oh, I'm sure there's a lot of stuff in Montana.
Oh, okay. Yeah, they probably do hide things
You know,
out in the desert.
I found out years ago that I don't. Mike and I went to the Greenbrier. I think it was the Greenbrier. It was in Virginia, West Virginia. We went there, and it was a bunker, a congressional bunker that was brought to light in the 90s. And it had been there since, I think, the 60s.
Yeah.
And nobody knew that it was an underground, full hospital, living quarters facility for the Congress. And then somebody, a reporter found out about it in the 90s and busted it. And so now you can tour it. So we stayed actually at the Greenbrier on top of that bunker. And once I went in there, I thought, if I ever hear that there's a bunker somewhere, I'll believe it. So who knows?
Greenbrier is...
and they hid that secret for 30 years.
You know, the Greenbrier had been around since the 1830s.
Yeah. I mean, they kept that. They built a TV repair shop. No, the hotel, the Greenbrier Hotel or whatever, or resort, had been around since
the
early 1900s.
All those guys showed up every day and worked on it.
They would go inside of a TV repair shop, go through that way, and that's how they worked. And they built that entire city that was functional underneath.
Yeah.
For whenever, and it had a fallout. I mean, I guess the steel door was, I don't even know, like 8 feet wide or something like
Tracy
that.
says there's nuclear launch sites in Montana. See, I didn't know that.
There you go.
The balloon needs to go. I agree with you.
It does need to go. So you have heard about the balloon. I need to look it up because I read it a couple of times yesterday, but I didn't do what I normally do and try to, make sure it was a reliable source. So I hate to even talk about it right now.
We had an accident also yesterday on 23rd Avenue. This would be not far from Meridian High School up in that area there.
Somebody says I watch you guys from Ripley, Mississippi. Where's Ripley?
North Mississippi.
Oh.
Thank you.
So, yeah.
Appreciate that.
Bobby and I went to the Greenbrier and Bunker this past May. It's fascinating. It really is fascinating. Because what was really fascinating to me is, I guess it was set in the 60s or something, but the technology that they had during that period is not the technology that we had in the United States. So we know the military is way advanced from what we actually have.
Yeah.
Yeah, they had digital and everything like that, and I don't think we
microwaves, and there was no such thing.
Yeah, we didn't have digital clocks and stuff like that in the 60s. So, not that I know of. China balloon, they might have dropped a virus on me there, Ray.
There you go. Hey, we got a new board member at the Max. Congratulations to Diane Walton. She is now serving as a board member. That's
Okay. Yeah. Over at the Max.
yeah. There's a picture of the Max there at night. That's
I love
pretty.
their big billboard, their live billboard.
Oh yeah, coming over the bridge.
It's cool, really cool looking. Hey, 22nd Avenue, looking good, folks. If you get a chance, just mosey on down through there. It's paved, and I think they just have a little bit of work left to do on it. As far as, I don't know what their plan is with some of that median. I can't decide what they're going to do.
It'll be the parking is still in the driveways of the businesses has been a big concern.
Yeah. Well, oh yeah, the parking along through there.
Because it did eat up everybody's space.
No, I'm talking about the 22nd Avenue that doesn't have. Oh, it ate up some of their.
Oh yeah,
space.
like you go where Sanders Gas is, it took part of their parking lot.
I didn't notice that.
Ed Cheney, it took part of his. SMI got part of his,
yeah.
and so it's really tight in there now.
Yeah, I don't know. Somebody said hot tea, lemon, and honey. I actually did hot tea, lemon, and honey yesterday, and it did. It actually tasted good because my taste is kind of gone.
Yeah.
And even though I say I didn't have COVID, but my taste is just shot. And I did do the hot tea, honey, and lemon. You need to do it, Scotty Ray.
I'll try it. If it'll make me feel better, I have no problem. This may be a turn into.
Worrying me over there.
If I fall over, just shake me.
If you fall over, I'm shutting everything down and leaving. Because I don't know how to run any of your boards or any of that stuff. So
We have almost a national emergency here as a recall has happened. And this is a food that we all love. Well, most of us anyway. As we found out that potted meat is being recalled in Viney sausages.
how come
Now let's get into that.
potted meat? Let's get into what potted meat is.
We don't want to do that.
But people love it.
Oh, it's great.
Vienna sausages.
It's a defective can that may cause the food to become contaminated, is what they're saying with that. So if
So
you got
that's
any,
2.5 million pounds of canned meat
yeah,
being recalled across the U.S., including Mississippi. You need to pay attention. So if you have any of these items, it's
Vienna
Vienna
sausage.
bites, potted meat, Vienna sausage, the original jalapeno, and what's the other one? I can't really read that one.
Yeah,
the
so-
middle one, whatever that one is.
Viney sausages. I can't read what the tag is on that, but it's good stuff.
Somebody said, we know you have no taste. Look who you're sitting by. That's pretty
Good one, Scott. Good one there.
You know, the group, the two people, Dumb and Dumber. We're more like Sick and Sicker.
Yeah,
like,
that
which
would-
one is going to come in the worst? How can you ruin potted meat?
That's a good question.
That's a good question.
But it has something
obviously.
to do with the can there.
Yeah.
So just a heads up on that. And make sure that you're aware of all that. Let's see here. What happens when the law wants you and you run in somebody's house and hide behind the couch and you think you're hid? They still come get you.
Oh, is this what this guy did?
Yeah, down in Adams County, around Natchez. He ran in somebody's house, thought he'd
So he
blend
just
in.
decided to hide there. Were they at home?
Yes. They called the popo and he went on to jail.
How terrifying would that be?
And you hear more and more about things like that.
I had
People
somebody one
busting
time.
in your house.
Oh yeah, we had somebody knock on our door one time that I think they were drinking and driving and they ran in the ditch in front of our house. And they wanted to come in our house, like to get away. And they're like, I mean, I'm sorry, dude. I'm calling the police on you. So I guess they were trying to get away so they would avoid being arrested.
I had
They
no
were arrested.
idea this week, Debbie, that this even happened. But Will Smith was in the state of Mississippi. He was over at Tougaloo College, and they called it Will Smith Day.
And he went to Tougaloo?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Went over.
Is he from Mississippi?
Not that I'm aware of.
I had no clue that he went to Tougaloo.
I don't know what
But-
the connection is.
So you think he went there, or is he just visiting?
No, you just went there and visited as a like
Oh,
an
he didn't
autograph.
go to Tougaloo.
No, he went and
Oh.
visited there this week.
I thought you said he went to Tougaloo.
He did
We had
this week.
Stop it. Just forget it.
Well,
I meant
lied.
like attended school.
No, I don't think he did that.
But we had this whole conversation yesterday, Scotty Ray. I
And
said,
I-
I didn't know he attended Tougaloo. And you said, yeah, he did.
Yeah, this week.
So now you have me so confused on this story.
Yeah,
Let's
he
move on.
just done a visit there. But if you're a big Will Smith fan, maybe you got to see him. I don't know. Boy, this was a big deal with the Meridian, not Meridian, but Mississippi Highway Patrol. Somewhere around, I I don't know how many pounds of this would be.
That is.
Look at this. This comes from our friend at Dark Horse Press here.
If anybody can tell us how you fit that much marijuana
In a car
to be hidden.
Look at that.
To be hidden. I couldn't fit that much stuff in my car and it be shown.
I know. So they've got problems.
So how much? Scroll on that little story and let me see how many pounds that was. Does it say?
120 pounds of marijuana.
62 individual bags of marijuana.
Yep.
That is massive.
Yeah, so...
and I know some people were commenting saying, well, I thought it was legal now. Well, that marijuana's not legal.
Right. They're not getting tax off of it.
Yeah, and that hasn't been tested and run through the ringer like legal marijuana is. You don't know what you're getting there.
It's just like the old days of prohibition. The government wants their money off of it.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what was going on there.
Oh, here's some interesting news.
What?
Spam made their first batch in 1932. What? Spam made their first batch.
And they're going to make another batch this year.
Oh,
because nobody eats it.
That's pretty good.
That stuff is horrible.
Because it lasted that long. Is that the joke?
Nobody will eat it.
People eat Spam. My mom loves Spam. My mom ate Spam. Fried Spam. You never ate fried Spam.
I don't think
people
so.
Like it.
It's not one of my
And obviously people like it because it's been around forever. He's saying it like that's how long it lasts.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't have an expiration date. Isn't that what they gave it in sea rations and stuff like that? Spam.
Probably. Because it lasts forever.
I'm just talking. I don't know. Spam never expires either.
Chris Reed.
Yeah. Chris Reed knows. And I think they did use it for ration. Like for military. When my dad was in the military and he used to bring us home those, did they call them K ration or C ration or whatever? But it would be like banana nut bread in a can. And did you ever get that stuff?
No, I never had anybody that was in the military.
He would bring all kinds of stuff like that to us. Anyway, somebody said at least you can't. Oh, that's Chris. At least you can't tell when it expires.
There
so just
you go.
keep on eating it.
There you go. And it used to, I don't know if y'all remember this, Spam and a few other things had those keys that you would cut yourself on.
Don't they still do that? The little key, and it would twist around like...
I got old enough to never have to touch it.
I don't know if they still do it or not. I haven't bought Spam ever. My mom used to buy it, but I don't. Not to my knowledge, I've never bought it.
And Twinkies.
Oh yeah, Twinkies never expire either.
Huh? Didn't know that one. More coming up with Scotty Ray and Debbie. It's already 7:27 this morning on a Friday. We certainly hope you're doing well. We'll be right back.
One of the most important places to you is your home. That's why Patrick Allen Companies is proud to provide style, functionality, and security to your home. There's nothing quite like a well-designed overhead garage door or vinyl replacement windows, or the safety of a storm shelter to help your family feel protected. Patrick Allen offers doors and windows for commercial and industrial with dozens of innovative designs. Patrick Allen Companies, safety, service, and satisfaction.
J&J Tire Muffler, located at 3420 8th Street, invites you by. And if you need a front-end alignment, make sure to try their new state-of-the-art alignment machine. No matter the size of your truck and car, J&J can align it. J&J also has touch-free mounting, laser wheel balancing, and as always, they provide preventive maintenance, including CV axles, shocks, struts, brakes. And they even do work on motorcycles. With the largest selection of new and used tires, along with exhaust systems. Locally owned and operated since 1978 in Meridian.
For something as vital as your eyes, you should have your lenses and contacts made with the utmost care and precision. And that's what Grayson Optical does on 24th Avenue. Since 1996, Grayson Optical's mission has been to provide Meridian and surrounding areas with quality eye care products. That's why we're locally owned and operated. And don't forget, custom-made sunglasses like Costa for your eyes only. When you need to see clearly, Grayson Optical. 2021 24th Avenue, Meridian. 601-693-6374.
Welcome back with Scotty Ray and Debbie. We got some more information, did we?
Yeah, we did. I was like, a lot of people like corned beef hash. Now, I know my mom used to make corned beef hash.
We did too.
And the best canned meat is corned beef hash. Oh, corned beef. And you cook it with potatoes. And I guess that's what makes the hash, right?
Must be.
Some people said their mom used to cook. My mother-in-law cooked cabbage with canned corned beef. But she just couldn't eat it. Let's see. MRE is the military food packs. Do you know that from, I need to bring it in too, from Katrina, when they were giving out MREs, they gave us some at the radio station. I still have them.
And I guess they're still good.
Yeah. So I need to open one of them up. I still have the canned water and the MREs they brought us up there.
Wow.
And I wonder how fresh that stuff is. Let's see. My kids loved it growing up. I guess that's corned beef with taters and onions. That's corned beef hash.
Must be.
Yeah. So let's see. Very few things have expiration dates. They have best buy and sell by. I understand that, but
you ain't eating it if it's past it.
Right. I'm a little weird about expiration dates.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right, let's go back in time and take a look at what happened on this day in history. This woman was absolutely gorgeous, and I think she did a little bit of Dallas, Falcon Crest, and a few other shows, if I remember right. But
She's
anybody
so pretty.
remember Morgan Fairchild?
It seems like she was on something else other than Dallas, and
She was
something
on
before that.
the Love Boat.
Was she on the Love Boat?
Oh, yeah, she was on the Love Boat.
Then maybe that was it. Always thought she was so gorgeous.
Yeah, she is beautiful.
She is. Somebody asked, what is the difference between MREs and K rations? Aren't they the same? Oh, no, MREs are the meal, military ready to eat. And then K rations, weren't they in the little cans like banana
You got me.
bread and all that stuff?
You got me on it.
I don't know.
You have to fill me in.
Knots Landing, that's what she was on. Sorry, Morgan Fairchild.
Yeah, she was a witch, Mary said.
She was?
That's what Mary said. She must know.
Like what kind of witch was she mean?
Mean there.
Okay.
Her character is most likely. As we go back to 1959, today is the day the music died. As we all know, the plane went down with Buddy Holly. Waylon was almost on it. Richie
That'll be
Valens
the
and
day.
Big Bopper.
Do-do-do-do-do.
And that was the scene there that
Yeah.
morning.
That'll be the day.
Awful.
That's right. What year was that?
1959.
The day the music died. That's what that song was written about.
Yeah.
Bye bye, Miss American Pie.
Yep.
Drove my Chevy to the levee, but the levee was dry.
It was.
And good old boys
We're drinking whiskey and rye.
singing
That'll be the day that I die.
that I die. Yeah, there you go.
See? Learn a little something.
Isn't it funny how certain songs just forever stick in your head?
It had something about a court gesture and all types of 12 minutes worth of
Bye, Miss
something.
American Pie. Drove my Chevy.
It was a lot.
Yeah. I think I know all of it. I'll save everybody from that. But
1983.
she was on Flamingo Road. Sorry. Morgan Fairchild. Flamingo. She was in a lot of stuff. She was a huge star back then.
I don't know.
Flamingo Road. I remember that.
From Harmony. Good morning there. 1983, we go back for John Anderson. Anybody remember that guy? He was number one today with Wild and Blue.
You know my favorite John Anderson.
Oh, you going to the trampoline song. White trash on the trampoline.
White Trash Circus.
He was talking about his
He
neighbors.
was talking about his neighbors, and he said it was like a white trash circus. They got a trampoline, and they were jumping up and down. That's my favorite John Anderson song, which is not a really popular song.
Yeah, but he had a string of hits during the 80s there. John was really, really a good guy. We bumped into him over and over through the years.
I just have to clear this up. MRE, meals ready to eat. K, rations, and C, rations were normally canned. So that's what we used to get. We never got the MREs. MREs were not and last longer. MREs last longer. Okay.
Austin, appreciate that there.
Just a swinging. That's another good one.
All-time favorite there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just came home to count the memories of a better day in time. Woo, good stuff there. As we go back to 2014, we would lose Phil Everly today. He would pass away. If y'all remember that duo there. I think they finally made up in the last years of their life. They got into a fight and walked off stage and didn't perform with each other for like 15 years.
The Everly Brothers.
I don't know if you remember Baby Likes to Rock It. Anybody remember the Tractors, Boogie Woogie Choo Choo Train?
Baby likes to rock it like a boogie
Woogie Choo Choo Train. That was the Tractors. The lead singer passed away in 2019, Steve Ripley, if y'all remember that song.
That just does not ring a bell. Oh, I do remember the Tractors. Okay, I got you.
Yeah, they had the one song. They had other stuff, but nothing that stuck.
Seminole Wind was somebody's favorite John Anderson song.
Yeah. Blow, Seminole wind. Good stuff there. 1973, this was number one. Anybody remember the Crocodile Rock?
I remember when Rock was young. No, that was not it. Me and
that may be
Susie
it.
had so much fun. And skipping stones.
So, there he is.
To the Crocodile Rock.
He was different.
Try rocking.
You know it. 1979, I don't care who you are, you know this song. I even think Trump danced to it at one point over at the YMCA.
Can you do it? Let me see you do it, Scotty Ray. Here we go.
Wait a minute. I don't think I can.
Get it.
It was the
YMCA.
YMCA.
Yeah, there you go.
That was huge.
At the wall.
Do you remember watching Al Bundy when they were all waiting for them to show up at the shoe store to sing? Maybe not.
No.
Okay.
But boy, I love that show.
Married with Children. 1991, we would lose someone. It would be Miss Hathaway. Now, you probably don't recognize her name. Her real name is Nancy Culp. She passed away in 91 at the age of 69. That's fairly young.
I wonder what she looked like other than on that.
She needed to gain some weight.
Yeah. I wonder what, and imagine, because
she was a stick.
She had to be even skinnier than that because, TV obviously puts a lot of weight on you.
That's what I hear.
Super skinny in real life. But, she had to be a super stick.
Yeah. 1993, I think you brought this up this week about Rodney King. Anybody remember this in America?
I do.
It began today.
It was horrible. It was horrible.
The trial, and it went on for weeks.
The beating was horrifying.
Yeah.
And then, it just, LA was burned. But that was tough. Yeah.
It was, but that was 91. Anybody remember watching The Munsters? Y'all remember that TV show? Well, Grandpa Al Lewis passed away on this date back in 2006.
I think my eyebrows
match
kind of like his. Yeah.
Oh, okay. And this guy, you couldn't help but feel for this guy. Well, I did. I had sympathy for him because his life was absolutely hard. I was going to use another word, but I shouldn't. She just gnawed at him all day long, all night. And you couldn't help but love the man. We're talking Nels Olson. Richard Bull passed away on this date, the guy that played Nels Olson.
Nels Olson. He owned the store.
Yeah.
Who was he married to?
Harriet,
yeah.
You remember that, don't you?
Oh, yeah. Look, I read, before you were born, I had read the entire Little House on the Prairie series. So don't ever question me on Little House on the Prairie.
That was truly a great TV show that brought great morals to the kids. You always learned something from Michael Landon.
Yeah.
Almost every TV show that he ever produced, he did that.
I was so into those books. And then when the show, okay. Those are some great memories.
Almanzo, if you remember him.
Yeah.
Scotty Ray and Debbie, good morning to you. Already 20 minutes away before the top of the hour as it's flying by. We'll be right back.
Crystal Andrews is located at Moon River Salon in North Hills. Crystal specializes in all things hair related, including all color services, Brazilian blowouts, keratin treatments, invisible bead tie-in extensions, perms, as well as the latest in cutting and style techniques. The ultimate goal is to bring out every individual's best self. In an atmosphere that is pleasant and relaxing, leave the stress of daily life behind and treat yourself in the best hair care. Book your appointments today at 601-938-9514.
Meridian's favorite barbecue is Squealer's Barbecue, named the barbecue capital for the state of Mississippi. Whether it's barbecue, wings, or burgers, Squealer's simply has the best for a family environment. Every Thursday night, there's live music out on the porch. Takeout orders are welcome, and whether it's your next tailgate or large catering event, your friends at Squealer's are there to help. Drop in for lunch today or a night out on the town. Squealer's Barbecue, the best in fine barbecue.
Before you know it, Valentine's Day will be here. Our friends at Honeysuckles on North Hill Street want you to be prepared. Pre-order now for their best selection. When it comes to a rose, Honeysuckles is using the garden-style roses for all of their Valentine's Day arrangements. The garden roses are larger and higher quality than your standard rose. Maybe you just need a gift or a spa basket for men, children, and women. Maybe a balloon bouquet or a gourmet chocolate. Pre-order now for best selection. That's Honeysuckles, 2626 North Hill Street.
Are you looking for a trustworthy place to buy your next car or truck? Visit my friends at Massey Supermart Auto Sales. They've been doing business since 1955. There's a reason they've been in business for so long. They have fair prices, superior service, and repeat customers. For your next quality pre-owned vehicle, it's Massey Supermart Auto Sales. Taking care of your car needs at 1023 Highway 39 North.
Profit dealer, Massey Supermart.
A lot of mentions on Nellie as you go back and think about that. Not only did he have Harriet, he did have Nellie bugging him.
So, and somebody mentioned the Waltons. That was such a good show.
It was. John Boy.
Back to spam, which somebody says Hawaii consumes more spam than any other state. Now, why is that?
Dog the Bounty Hunter have something to do with this?
Is it they don't have I don't know.
Huh.
I don't know why. I always think of Hawaii as massive pork eaters, like a lot of pork.
Pigs. Yeah, from the beach cookings. Huh.
From the beach cookings.
Well, you always saw that on the Elvis movies.
Yeah, Elvis, they always had a pig roast or something. Yeah.
So, again, let me apologize because I'm running on about 2 cylinders and my thinking ability is not what it normally is. I'm, as you can tell, I'm a little delayed today.
Yeah.
It's like...
I mean, we've both been suffering from something, and I'm, as far as like feel okay, but my voice is horrible. Scotty Ray is back to square one of he thinks he's dying and may need to go get an emergency care afterwards.
There you go.
But I walk in and he's got a blanket wrapped around him, and I'm like, I don't even want to come in here. I mean, what's going on? But hey, I just want to say this.
What?
I remember when Rock was young, me and Susie had so much fun holding hands and skimming stones. Had an old gold Chevy in a place of my own. I got the words
You
right.
did. You done great on that.
Okay.
So
just had to say
you had to get that out
spam
there.
is pork. Oh, okay, so that's why spam and pineapple in Hawaii. That's one place I have not been is Hawaii.
You know, we talked about earlier in the week the 13-year-old boy that was killed in Vicksburg.
Yeah.
As we get deeper into this, one of the people, they've arrested 3 people. One of them was out on another shooting charge. He was on bond.
That's really
for shooting somebody
disturbing.
else.
Out on bond from shooting somebody else, and how old was he?
16, I believe. 15.
15.
This just, it's a never-ending cycle, and we're seeing these kids younger and younger and younger.
No, he's 16. He's out on bond for another violent crime when he and 2 others allegedly shot the 15-year-old and killed a 13-year-old.
Yeah. Now
there needs to be 0 bond.
The mayor, you're right. The mayor has enacted the curfew in Vicksburg now since this happened. I hope it works. He is trying, at least. I'll give him credit on that. But they did arrest that 3rd suspect on that.
That's awful.
It did. Condolences here. You hate to see something like this happen. Jones County, Mississippi, we had a deputy lose his home in a home fire in Jones County this week. We hate that.
And that was a deputy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Total loss there. I'm sure that they're
Did you
doing
see that
fundraisers.
Jones County, was it?
It's tough down there.
Some official, I saw a video of some official and his wife in a parking lot.
What was she doing?
It was a homeless guy asking for money or something, and they kind of jumped on him, and somebody videoed it and
I hadn't seen
put it
it
on the internet. Yeah, it was somebody out of Jones County, like in a authority position.
Okay.
I think it was either sheriff, police, something like that.
We'll have to dig
I'll
into
find
that.
it.
Yeah, find that story. We want to know about that. Let's see.
Worst nightmare story right here.
Yeah, wake up at the funeral home, and you're in a Ziploc bag.
I mean, this woman was only 66 years old. I guess she was on hospice, and they declared her dead. They picked her up. The funeral home got her there, and they started seeing the bag moving.
Yeah.
And she was alive. And that was on, when did they get her? They declared her dead on January 3rd.
Right.
And she had been in hospice since December the 28th. And then, anyway, she lived for a little while after they found out that she was really alive. And she went back to hospice, which I wouldn't want to go back. I'd be like, no.
Especially whoever was taking care of her.
I think she was unresponsive. She just still had breath and stuff like that. But I don't know how that can happen.
The caretaker deemed her.
How does that happen?
I don't know. That gives you the willies thinking about that. Truthfully, that somebody
Because it
could
happens
pick you.
more times than not. I mean, it happens quite a bit.
Yeah. Yeah, it sure does.
That they declare them dead, and then all of a sudden they're breathing again. I don't know.
Yeah. How does this happen? Let's see here, everybody, as we start looking at this across America, and this is not just one area, it's across the United States as a whole. People are diving into their 401ks to make ends meet. They're having to go borrow against it.
Yeah, I noticed the stock market was up a little bit yesterday. Hopefully some people got some more money back into their 401ks.
Yeah, we certainly hope so.
I mean, I know a lot of people lost a lot of money lately.
Yeah, sure has there.
So it looked like it was kind of on a healthier turn, but who knows? We need
we get into this, and it was a big is the word debacle, is that the word? Do you remember the controversy around the face mask? Does it work? Does it not work during COVID?
The mask?
The mask. There was a lot of people that wouldn't go anywhere, and they even got the face shields and all of that. Well, it turns out after they've done all this, it made little to no difference at all, as they've done the studies on this, and they've done it extensively.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, obviously, if you're wearing like the N95 or something that's keeping a lot of the viruses away, that's one thing. But, I mean, we were down to wearing, a little piece of cloth over our mouth?
Yeah.
I don't think that did anything.
They said it just didn't make any difference.
I think at that point we were just trying to obey the laws.
Yeah.
You know.
Those weird ones
or
that got thrown
not get
at
kicked
us.
out of a store or something.
And there were some mean people over that. I don't know if y'all encountered any of that.
Somebody said Spam is good, sliced like French fries and deep fried. Never heard of that in my life.
I have not either. They ain't done that at the Little Griddle.
Oh, I bet they will. They don't. And Little Griddle does fried Twinkies and stuff like that.
And the
which
cakes.
I need to try that.
Yeah, good stuff there. Let's see what else we got stirring.
Somebody said usually the coroner has to make that call, so it went through two different people, I guess. And that story is out of Iowa about the funeral home. So just think about it. You have whoever the caretaker is saying dead, then the coroner saying dead,
and the funeral home,
and then the funeral home gets it, and yeah, there you go.
You know, we had that body stolen that had a Mississippi connection last week. I don't know if you remember that.
I do remember that.
The car.
Yeah. So somebody said, Sister Debbie, get well soon.
Yeah. We promise to be better next week.
I promise. It's got to get better.
Yeah. We'll hopefully be able to hold a thought as we look at this. New York City, you have somebody that's owned a business partner all their life. They're 90 now. He's been doing business in one place forever. He was nearly beaten to death by someone with a rock.
That's so sad. That's in East Village in New York City.
Yeah. He's been in the same place.
He had
a
candy store,
years.
Ray's Candy Store in Manhattan.
Somebody needs to.
But he survived, right?
Yeah, he did survive.
Thank goodness.
So we do hope that all of that works out for him. Scotty Ray and Debbie, good morning to you. Already 7:47 as we begin your day. We'll be right back with a little bit more entertainment as we get your day going.
You think so?
You think
more entertainment than what we're already throwing at them right now?
Yeah, I guess you're trying to say we're not really that great today, huh? Kind of lackluster.
I think so.
She's pointing this way. Take up your slack, boy. We'll be right back. Scotty Ray and Debbie.
The Square Peg Mini Mall, located across from the Neshoba County Co-op in Philadelphia, Mississippi, is a family-owned business that promises to treat you like family. The Square Peg Mini Mall has been operating for over 10 years and boasts over 30 vendors with a rotating inventory to fit that something you're looking for. Inventory is constantly updating, so there's always a chance for a surprise when you step inside. Come visit the Square Peg Mini Mall, located on 335 West Main Street in Philadelphia, Mississippi. Health Now is your locally owned medical equipment store. Every person's need is a little different, and they offer a little bit of everything from hospital beds, wheelchairs, reclining back wheelchairs, breathing treatments, CPAPs and supplies. They even have walkers, bath products, and oxygen. And the great thing about Health Now is they offer same-day service. They're open Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. and on call 24/7. Health Now Medical Equipment, where we treat our patients like family.
Jackson Flowers has been a part of the Meridian area for a little over 60 years now. Now, they've moved to a new location on Highway 19 North, just 2 miles north of Walmart. Maybe you're looking for that perfect Valentine gift, a dozen red roses. Maybe it's just a happy you need, live or artificial. No matter what the need is in your family, whether it's a birth to your time of need, Jackson Flowers is there for you. Drop in and visit with them again. Highway 19 North, just 2 miles north of Walmart. Jackson Flowers, for all your needs. If every time the wind blows you get a little leery about a tree over your house, talk to my friends at Reed Tree Service. There's no reason to be worried about a tree crashing through your house. Mike Reed has years of experience dealing with trees. It can be as simple as having a limb removed or a tree that is just huge too close to your shop or house. It's not going to cost you anything to have Mike come out and give you an estimate. They're licensed and insured, taking care of East Mississippi and West Alabama. Reed Tree Service. Have tree, will travel.
Wanted to say thank you to Vicki Stewart. She said she likes us during the good times and the rough times. Thank you so much.
Somebody, Steve said he's got this crud too. I hope you both feel. You okay? Hope you. There he goes, and he's out. I hope you both feel better. This is ridiculous how bad this cold is. Somebody said I went to the doctor one time. Nurse could not find a pulse. Never found it. Oh. Another time they could not draw one. Are you? Wally, are you okay? Wally says it. I don't know.
Hey, I live.
Scotty Ray.
I'm back.
This is.
That was a cough.
If you're contagious again, I swear.
I don't think I am.
I feel like we're just passing this cold back and forth.
You have it a little while, and then I get it for a couple of days.
And it's not just a simple thing. I don't know how many people. It just seems like you've never had COVID, have you?
No,
Not to your knowledge.
To my knowledge, no, I've never caught it.
I feel like since I had COVID, that when I do get a cold, it's amplified. Like it is so much worse.
Yeah.
And I've only had COVID once, and that was last June, right up to July. And it just seems like every time I get a cold, it just stays with me longer. And are we supposed to have sunshine today? Because somebody said yes, the sunshine. Somebody get out in the sunshine.
Back 50 degrees. But let's talk about another problem that we got in the state of Mississippi right now. Let me show you this. North Mississippi. Do you see this little yellow thing here? Last night it was 20,000. Now we're sitting at 15,000 people. 15,376 people are without power. Oh, from the storm. Yeah, that ice that came through in North Mississippi.
So are the roads still bad up that way, or is it just power lines and trees and stuff like that?
Temperatures this morning were still about 30, so I would not go there if you didn't have to. It's still going to be a couple of days. It's going to get to 50 today, so it's going to melt. But as of this morning, it was still very treacherous and dangerous. And we got crews going there left and right to help out with all the power that's going on up there.
So that's Lafayette County?
Yeah, we got
some of it. Lafayette.
Panola.
Oh, wait, what is this one? Benton County and Alcorn County. All of them have some outages. Yeah, we probably need to find out the road conditions up that way.
Yeah, so be careful if you're in that direction. But as you bring up the weather, what's it going to do? Let's take a look at what our forecast is calling for today, because it's good to, be on top of everything. This is our 7-day forecast as we go out to our friends at Wilson Saw and Outdoor. We've got 50 today, but look at this low tonight, Debbie, 26. Cold is what we have.
But tomorrow,
57.
Oh, we didn't even say a TGIF. Today is Friday.
That's right.
Thank you. But tomorrow we get a 57. So that's good. No chance of rain.
But
partly cloudy.
Look at this. We're up to 70s by the midweek again.
I can take that. But of course, with the warm temperatures, it always has to bring those rain showers in.
Yeah, and this is February.
Yeah.
And as you still go on into this, there's no change of this all the way through, February 17th.
Yeah.
We're still in the 60s, 70. That's just unheard of. It always makes you think we're going to get some rough weather at some point. We might. Well,
here you go, Scotty Ray. Terry Ree, raw honey, turmeric, and black pepper, a spoonful every morning. Best natural antibiotic. You're at this point where you are willing to do
just about anything. Make it go away.
Yeah. That's the way I feel. Good morning, Debbie and Scotty Ray.
Yeah.
Hope y'all get well soon from Bentonville. We're sorry that we have to keep saying we have these colds, but
it's kind of rough.
Nobody else here to do this job. It's just us. So
yeah, we're trying to.
Here we are trying to get through. Somebody said it'll probably snow in April, which is usually it probably will, because I have a daughter that has an early April birthday, and sometimes when she was little and we would try to do parties, you never knew what you were going to get.
That's right.
Either you were going to have a swimming party or you were going to have a snow party. You didn't know. So.
And if you hadn't had a chance to read this, we shared it from the city of Meridian last night. grading themselves, I guess you could kind of call it, as the mayor sends out a letter and says, this is what I've done. Have y'all had a chance to look at it? I want you to do that.
If you haven't had a chance to read it, go to Scotty Ray's page and read it. And,
look for Jimmy's picture. And
there you go. So it just basically outlines the first 18 months. And from what I understand, the second installment's going to come this weekend.
Yeah, February the 4th.
Yeah.
Jimmy will release that of what he's putting out, of what he feels like he's accomplished. Read it, see what you think. We'd love to hear from you and your opinion of what your thoughts are on that.
I mean, those roads did get paved downtown Meridian.
Yeah.
We saw that. Scotty Ray.
Yes'm.
Says, what is that little message down there? Robin Miller says, Scotty Ray and Debbie, when you get ready to go to sleep tonight, put vapor rub on the bottom of our feet.
Put socks on.
Snuggle up. The vapor rub will help. Oh, I'll try it. I actually just bought some vapor rub.
Huh.
Desperate.
But you put it on your feet?
On your feet, she says.
Huh.
I'll do it. I'll do anything not to cough at night.
Dr. Tishner's antiseptic, that'll stop just about anything. That's a stout.
Dr. Tishner's burned my mouth out one time, so I'm back away from that.
You don't go there?
Mm-mm.
We used to have people, when they would get low on cash, would switch to that for a drink.
It takes me back to that time when I bought some crackers at Fred's, and this person came up and wanted some money for some alcohol. And he said he was hungry. Do I have some money? I said, no, but I just bought these crackers. You can have them. And he took the crackers and threw them on the ground.
Really?
What he wanted was some mouthwash.
Yeah.
To get the alcohol out of it. I was like, I don't have any of that, so sorry about that. But
well, we've had a great time, and again, we certainly thank y'all for joining us today.
And for sticking with us today while we're sick.
This has been one of those tougher ones to get through, so we hope everything goes well for you this weekend. Kentucky Ham Meal coming next week.
Yeah, real quick, and if you do have a group that you want to do this Kentucky Ham Meal for, it goes all around Meridian. The proceeds help out so many causes. First Christian Church is Tuesday and Wednesday of next week, the 7th and 8th. And you can just place your order, give them a call, 693-1425, and they'll have it ready for you.
She got it all out. We'll see you bright and early Monday morning. Hopefully, we'll be back to normal. Thank y'all so much.
The Scotty Ray Report is brought to you by our following partners: